Welcome to Resellers Roundtable. What is it worth? The game where you guess the sold price. So the rules here are pretty simple. All you have to do is guess the price of what the item sold for. You can either be low or above the price. Whoever's got the closest price at the end of the round will be declared the winner and get 1 point. So this was an item I personally sold on Amazon FBA. I picked this up for $1 at a garage sale. It was sealed. These artist choice CDs, I really like finding these in the wild or at thrift stores. They tend to bring good money, as you can see here. Amazon sellers, there was 5 new, no FBA. Newest price was $39.85. Rank was $101K. I think you started last time with Joseph, so let's go to you, Dana. What did I sell this for on Amazon?
$47.
$47. Steve?
Hey, did you see they raised the free shipping on Amazon to $49? Is that new, or what's up with that? Instead of $35?
Yeah, I did see that. I haven't looked too much into it. I've seen it posted in the Facebook groups, but that seems crazy.
I would pay you $37.50 for Nord Jones.
$37.50. Kendall?
$19.95.
$19.95. James?
$49.95.
$49.95. Czar? Or Zaza?
$36, she said.
$36. Adele?
$40.
$40. Jay?
$34.
$34. Chuck?
$69.
$69. Becky?
Did you say you sent this FBA?
I did sell this FBA, yes.
And it was new? Yes.
It was brand new, sealed. Yep.
Okay, I'll go with 70.
Yeah.
Joseph?
That's interesting. I'm gonna say 56.
56. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I love finding the media that's sealed, whether it's CDs, VHSs, DVDs. Some of them can be like shocking when you look them up on Amazon. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, I just started looking at them. I picked one up the other day. It's like 80,000 rank. It was going for like $34. It was new seal, but it had a crack in the case, so I put it back. Should have still picked it up. What do you do if there's a crack in the case, but it's still sealed?
Honestly, it depends on the crack. I have sold stuff like that with the crack. No doubt.
Not as new, I hope.
No, not as new. Not as new. No, I'll do used or most likely if it's collectible, I'll do collectible, but I'll do used, like new and describe it. Obviously, you're going to get a big from new to used, but
Yeah, I should have paid that. It was 49 cents.
it depends on the item. Like I bought, well, I kind of got screwed. I bought some Sega Dreamcast games, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, they're brand new. They're mint. They're all cracked." And I got them here, and I'm like, "Oh!" And there's such a huge difference that I was hoping to capitalize on Amazon with that it being new, sealed, no cracks, and now I'm just stuck with stuff high-end used that I'm lucky to break even on my money, but. All right, so here, let's go over here. Let's show the item here, what it sold for. I sold it for $60 FBA. So, Joseph, $56.
Sweet.
Winner chicken dinner. And that recaps episode number 2. So the winner from YouTube, who guessed the closest price, was Ash. You're on the leaderboard, Ash. Let's do a quick summary of the leaderboard before we get into episode number 3. We have Za at the leader at 4. We have James at 3. A two-way tie between Peter and Joseph. And then we have Elizabeth, Charlie, Gina, Becky, Kendall, Jay, and Ash all at 1. Let's get into episode number 3. Hey everybody, it's episode number 3 of the Resellers Roundtable Worth. We got a great guest of people here tonight that are going to play the game. I'm super excited for this show to happen. We got a lot of items that I'll be showing that I think we'll be a little bit amazed with and maybe surprised, maybe some shockers. So let's jump into the game right now. Let me pull up the first one here. first item we have, then we'll go down the line. Okay. Can you guys see this item?
No. Yes.
Okay, all right. So first item is Batman Dark Knight Returns Target Blu-ray Steelbook. New sealed rare. This went on a buy it now best offer. There was a best offer accepted. Free shipping. Let's go down the line here. We'll start with Dana. What do you think this sold for, dude?
Oh, it's animated. Say $35.
$35. Steve, Steelbook.
$51.
51. Becky, what do you think?
She said 45.
45. Peter.
I'm going to go 110.
110. Okay. Javier.
73.
$73. Andrew. 65. James.
I'm going to go 63.
63. Cher. Cher, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
78.
78. And Jim. Batman Steelbook Blu-ray, Jim. All right, we'll get back to you in a little bit, Jim. Hopefully you can chat it in there or open up your mic. All right, let's see here. Stop the screen share. This is an interesting one because did a lot of you guys know about the Steelbook Blu-rays and DVDs?
Nope.
They're definitely interesting. You should look at them when you're next time you're out in the stores. They do pretty well on Amazon, and some do pretty well on eBay, that's for sure. Let's go back here, grab this. Let's see. All right, Jim says $29. Go back here, check it out.
Jesus.
All right, this one actually went for $349.99. Somebody just bought it. Somebody offered $314. Was the history on it, and then somebody actually paid the $349.99. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy for an animated Batman Steelbook movie. Just nuts. So the closest person to that was Peter, 110.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Some crazy Batman collectors out there. You know how that is.
I know, dude.
Crazy.
I mean, I don't know the quantities of what they make when it comes to Steelbooks, but they've got to be somewhat limited at some point, you'd think.
Oh, yeah. People and they're superheroes, man. I don't collect much, but I got a friend that collects a lot of Batman stuff. He is crazy. He's got the head that kind of rolls back, and there's a switch under the head.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one of those. That's crazy.
Wow. Just absolutely crazy. I mean, so I find a lot of mine, honestly, Steelbooks that I'll flip online at places like Target and Walmart. If you go into those dollar bins, those DVD bins or Blu-ray bins, you'll find some Steelbooks in there that will be worth $20, $30, $40 and up. So just something next time you're out sourcing or looking around. But I always look at Steelbooks. Anytime I see them at the garage sales, if I can get them for $1, I take the risk. I don't even scan it. But some of them go for good money.
Do they say Steelbook on them, Mike? I can't really. I'm on a mobile phone. Do they say Steelbook on them?
I don't think a lot of them do. Sometimes there might be a sticker, but it's actually like a metal case they're in.
Oh, it's a metal case. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a metal case. So it looks a lot different than a standard DVD plastic package or a Blu-ray one.
Okay, right on.
All right, let's move into the next one here. Here's an interesting one. This is for sure. Okay, here we go. We have part of the Monopoly series, right? You guys, the Monopoly games could be worth a lot of money. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure you guys have seen stuff like this at the thrift stores or garage sales or out and about. This is a Washington Monopoly board game. New in box. Went to auction. There was 8 bids. It had free shipping. Let's see here. Let me pull this up and we'll go down the line here. And I can't see the chat, so if somebody can help me out with the chat, I'd super appreciate it. Let's start with Jim. What did that sell for? Let's see. Chat. All right, Jim, if you're listening, let me know in the chat about what it sold for. Cher, what do you think this board game sold for on auction?
102.
$102. James.
Let's go 125.
125. Andrew. All right, Jim says $75.
Wow.
Andrew's at $95. Javier, what are you thinking, man?
93.95.
93.95. Working the cents. Peter.
I'm gonna say 45.
45. Becky's got 60. Steve.
Well, next to last, saw lowball $1.
$1. $1. Holla. Dana. Dana there. All right, we'll get back to him. Hopefully,
$100.
$100. Okay.
Sorry, forgot to unmute.
$100. All right. Let me pull up here what we got. Yeah. Do you guys ever see these like oddball Monopoly games out by you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, same all the time.
Good results and bad results.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the place, but you never know. I mean, I've sold some crazy ones for a couple $100. Let's see what this one did though. This was the Washington Monopoly. You guys see that there?
That's what I would expect.
I'm officially retired. I got my one. I'm done.
And Steve finally hit the board.
That's it. I don't need to play anymore.
Since I'm from Washington.
I get a trophy
right.
for participant. Nice.
How many bids?
8 bids, $3.75 with free expedited shipping.
Wow. And a free trip to Las Vegas.
The seller was probably tripping. He's like, I got 9 bids. We're already up to $375. Maybe we'll make 4.
We can break 5 hours.
$100. He canceled that order.
No doubt.
I mean, look at the feedback. He's got 1,182 feedback. He's experienced on eBay. So
Yeah, he's a baller.
just, rolling the dice, I guess you're in.
Those are feedbacks from buying stuff. This is for sale.
Yeah,
But you're right.
but
You're right. Those Monopoly games can be all over the place. I flipped a couple from eBay to Amazon, the NFL style Monopoly, brand new.
Mhm.
For bought them on eBay for 20 and sold them for over 100 on Amazon during Christmas. They can go off those Monopoly games.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, there's so many different styles, but I've seen the sports ones. Like I saw the Denver Broncos one that went for $85 on Amazon. They're good to snipe. There's no doubt about it, but but some of them, I mean, this might be something. I guess after the show here, I'll have to look it up and see where it's at in terms of like Amazon, if it's even on there. But either or, I mean, $375 free shipping, just ridiculous. Just don't do that. Don't throw a board game when I mean, that thing's got to ship for at least what, $12?
Yeah, at least. Stupid. Crazy.
Absolutely kooky. All
Should
right.
be learned.
Yeah, right. Lesson learned. All right, you guys are going to like this next one here. Let's go over here. Ooh, let's see. This is a problem on this one here. I'm going to have to skip this one. Oh, boy, let's see. Okay, so I'm not going to show you. This is going to be a little different because I didn't edit this one. But I'm going to describe it for you, okay? So this will be interesting. All right. So I'm going to read it off. Now, we're not going to have a visual here until it actually sells. It's a vintage, this is the title, VTG, Brooks Brothers Men's 100% camel hair sports coat blazer jacket SZ42LG L, They did a buy it now. It's a pre-owned men's blazer jacket. Good overall condition, ready to wear, clean and fresh. See photos and description. Shipping on this was free expedited shipping. So again, just sounds like a basic men's blazer. Buy it now. Let's go down the line here and see if anybody can guess what this to win for. It's kind of a interesting one here. But Dana, let's go to you. What did that blazer sell for when I buy it now?
How recent is the listing?
The March 1st, 2016.
What color is the jacket?
115.
$115. Okay, so the color of the jacket is gray. Kind of right. Looks like a little bit of a houndstooth jacket. It's definitely vintage because the lapels are further out. I'll show you when I show the picture of it sold, but either or, I think really the biggest thing with this is the name brand, Brooks Brothers. It's camel hair. So let's see here. Where was it selling from? The city. It's coming out of Farmington, Michigan, if that helps. All right. So, Steve, Brooks Brothers, what did it sell for?
Dana took my number, exact number. I swear to God, I won't mess with him. Let's go low again. Let's go $71.
71. Becky, what do you think on this Brooks Brothers camel hair blazer? $550.
She's got 50 on the chat.
50 or 550? 550.
550.
Yep, $550. Peter.
Sorry.
Peter, you there? All right, we'll move on from him. Javier. Yo, man. How much did the blazer go for?
Oh shit! Fuck! I wasn't in the room. What is it?
Okay, so let me give you the info on this. There's no picture, so I can't share the picture. It's a vintage Brooks Brothers.
Okay, yes, Brooks Brothers automatically $10.
$10. Okay, $10. Andrew. Brooks Brothers camel hair blazer. Andrew's got $40. James.
37.
37. Cher.
35.
35. And Jim in the chat. $229. All right, let's go over here and screen share this one. There's madness to selling blazers. There's no doubt about it. Some go for money, some don't. And sometimes people don't give themselves an opportunity to make any money with the stuff. So this really depends on the
$10,000.
$6.99.
with free shipping.
Nice.
$6.99. So Javier, you got that, dude. $10. Sure.
Wait, do I get $10?
To me, why would somebody do this? I mean, what is the reasoning behind this? This was a buy it now.
That's an easy $100 bill all day.
Is that just because it's Brooks Brothers, or is it because it's camel hair?
Both those reasons are why it should be $100.
Yeah.
You think it was a misprint? It's supposed to be like $69.99 or something?
That's what I was thinking, James. I was thinking, did they mess up?
Well, they messed up.
Yeah, they did.
All the way around, yeah.
I mean, even if they shoved it in a flat rate envelope,
That's $6 right there.
$560.
Yeah, that's $560. Then the eBay fees. I mean, still in the hole. What do you make, a quarter?
Even if they paid 99 cents for it, it's still going to cost the shipping.
Yeah. Amazing.
Is camel hair? Do people want to wear camel hair?
Ew.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'll tell you what. Every time I have right now in my stock, I have 0 camel hair blazers.
But camel hair is rare. I mean, that's a rarity? Camel hair?
I see them all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if you call them a rarity. Maybe a rarity with some brands. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a camel hair Brooks Brothers.
I think I have one in the closet right now.
Do you?
But I'm going to sell it for $7.99.
All right. Go put it on. Go put it on. We'll bid it. We'll bid on it right now.
Medium-sized box. I want free shipping. Right?
Actually, I do want to know if that is.
But usually you're just going to find that the tan, no-name, off-brand, just say camel hair, 100% camel hair in them. And I get 50 and up for those every single time. They don't last that long. And I find that they sell better, obviously, in the winter months. But like I said, I have zero in stock, and so when I get them, they move.
I take that back as corduroy. I knew it was different.
Close enough.
They must be along the lines of like cashmere, whatever pattern sells, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's another good point, too, Cher. I mean, like cashmere.
At least they're already ready for bed.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know.
You know, like the corduroy, the camel hair, all these different styles.
You're gonna have to go next time.
You know, you just never know which. Again, I mean, you could pick up no-name brands of camel hair, and they'll sell.
Yeah, I had a suede feather suede. It didn't have a brand tag in it. It didn't have anything. All it said was feather suede. I sold it for $55.
Nice.
You know, didn't even have a clue what it was. It felt really nice. It was a really nice jacket, but.
Yeah, I mean, I had one. I had a Ralph Lauren, really nice cashmere jacket. I thought the thing was gorgeous. I tried to sell for $150, no interest. $100. I had it for probably a good year, and I ended up getting $75 for it. But it took, I want to say, like 18 months. And it was a gorgeous jacket. I mean, this jacket was probably, I don't know, $700-800 brand new at some point.
What tag was it?
Ralph Lauren, just a standard blue label. You know, Ralph Lauren polo. And, it was a bigger size.
I have a purple label that I can't sell.
Really?
Yeah, it has some moth holes in it, but you know, I started at like 100, then I dropped it to like 60. I had it down to like $19, and it's still not selling.
How bad are the moth holes?
Nah, they could be fixed.
You know what? That might be something to look into. Go to your local dry cleaner guy and see if they fix that, because a lot of times they could just pull off the extra material off the cuffs, the inside cuffs, and slap them in there, or sometimes from the inside. That might be the problem there, because, I mean, purple label Ralph Lauren sport coat blazer, I don't see why you couldn't get one.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Granted, my pictures aren't great. That was a while ago. I was still learning, still trying to take good pics. But even still, when I had it down to $20 plus $7 shipping, I couldn't sell it.
Wow.
Watchers, but
Armani right now. Just, I don't want to give it away.
What's the brand?
Armani.
Yeah.
Which one? Which label?
Giorgio Armani.
Is that it? Does it say anything else past that?
I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
No, it's
I think
not.
it's the liaison is the.
Not.
Collectible or whatever it is. And then it goes up from there.
Hello.
They get different labels, black label and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anything when I'm on exchange, forget about.
What are you asking for it, Cher?
I think I got it listed for 40 or 45, something like that.
That sounds like any day it's going to sell.
Could be.
Had it for 3 months.
Wow.
Color?
It's black.
Straight black?
Yep.
I don't see why. I mean, that's just a matter of time. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some, blazers take time. I know a lot of people don't want to wait time, and that's why you see people blowing them out for $20-$30 on auction for like $5, $10. But I think the magic is holding out a higher price, because people that are shopping for that, right? I mean, obviously they know they can hit the auction market, right, and look for some deals, but people don't have problems spending hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars on blazers and sports coats and suits. I mean, look at the complete listings on eBay.
I had thought about that, jacking up the price and then just see if, and then put a best offer or something and see what happens. That was the next thing I was going to try. But I also have a Donna Karen that's like that too. It's just not moving, and it's a, oh, I don't know what color you'd call it, kind of a beige green color or gold color or so. I don't even know what color. But same thing, just sitting there.
Yeah, I'd raise the price up on it and put best offer on it.
Yeah, I think I'll try that next.
That's typically what I do. Like if I'm shooting for over $50, honestly, if I'm pricing a blazer at 50, it's a buy it now. If it's over 50 and it's like 75, 100, 200, 300, I throw the best offer on there, because if I'm trying to sell, like, let's say like a Zegna or an Armani for 200 or 300 and somebody comes in at 125, I'm snagging it. I'll take it, you know?
Sure.
Depends on the buyers out there. But again, remember these brands, you know, I always say this, you know, you can't go to Walmart and get a blazer or a suit for $100.
No.
You know, you go to JCPenney, it's about $100 or $200. You know, Kohl's, a couple $100. Then you start hitting these bigger stores, these high-end stores where you're getting the, you know, the Zegnas, the, you know, DKNYs, all these higher-end brands to some extent. But they're not cheap.
The Jose Bank store here in Phoenix was having a like end of year clearance at 75% off, and man, I was totally broke. I wanted to go hit that store so bad.
Yeah, I haven't had. I mean, I've sold the blazers there. I don't pick them up anymore, but they do have price points. I think, you know, you can easily get 35 and up for those Joseph A. Banks ones. But like what I do, because I hit those sales sometimes too when they have them. Look for the ties. I've done really well with the ties at Joseph A. Banks with the new tags. Because sometimes you can snag them for a couple, $3 or $4. Or if you go to like Burlington Coat Factory, you'll find some of that stuff over there too.
Is there a Burlington Coat Factory up here?
I think there's one. I know in Illinois there was a bunch. There was.
No doubt there's probably any here.
I think there was one in Arizona. Maybe not. Maybe
Flagstaff.
What, Steve?
I was going to say, as big as Phoenix is, I'd say there's one in Jacksonville. We're like 1/3 the size of Phoenix.
Yeah, I know that there's one in Southern California, because I went to that one when I went out by Anaheim for my daughter's cheer. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. There's got to be one in Phoenix or Arizona somewhere.
Which one are you guys talking about?
Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh yeah, dude. I got a couple over here.
Yeah, I went with the one right by your house, Javier. Dude, the Kenneth Cole shirts, dude. No joke. Kenneth Cole men's dress shirts, new at tags, poly bagged up, $3.
Wow.
I think I filled a couple carts up. I'm like, you can't. I mean, $3.
You sell those good?
Majority of them. I still have quite a few, but I'd say I sold 75% of them.
On Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon, they sold fast. Then I had some oddball ones that were sitting there, and I had a pretty good size inventory on a certain style, so I sent them back, you know, because I didn't want to get hit with the fees, long-term storage. So I sent them back, and I was flipping them on eBay. And I've got some but there's some like they're oddball sizes, like 19-inch neck and 31, 32 sleeves.
Right.
So they're you know, they're shorter guys, you know, bigger necks, kind of like me.
Wow.
Yeah, if you have a Burlington Coat Factory out by you, I would definitely check it out. I mean, I've gone there. I've seen all different types of amazing styles they have, name brands that go really, really cheap. So, all right, let's jump to the next item here. This one's an interesting one, guys. Let's go over here and screen share. All right, we have an item here went on auction. Excuse me. Pretty recently, a Frankenstein Glen Strange Halloween Candy Bucket 1964 Clinton Plastics Monster. All right, went on auction. It looks like it has one bid back in February. $10 shipping. Sellers located in Bethel, Connecticut. So let's go down the line here, and this is an oddball thing. I mean, because you guys see this stuff, right? The thrift stores. You know, you see these buckets of candy, you know, Halloween candy bags and buckets. This one's gonna be an interesting one though. So let's. Where did I start off with last time? I think I started with Dana. Jim. So what do you think this sold for? $20. Share.
48.
$48. James. James, you there on this?
19. I was muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. James, how much?
19.
$19. All right. Andrew. Andrew, if you're there, he says 90. Javier.
99.99.
99.99. That might work for me. Peter.
Let's go 150.
$150?
Yeah.
All right. Becky says $165. Steve.
I gotta believe Clinton Plastics is something special. Let's go $202.
$202. And Dana.
Say 37.
37. Okay, let me share with you guys here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bum, 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 bum. This one's crazy. Absolutely craziness.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
$600. I mean, now I had to look this up, and I had to go and look at this guy's account to see if maybe somebody bought it and didn't realize that it was $600. I mean, I don't know anything about this. That's why I put it out here. I have no idea what Clinton Plastics is from '64, if this is a rare piece or not. I looked up at the seller's account. I didn't see anything that showed that it got returned to him and he resold it. So I have to assume he sold it for $610. And
well, that's on my want list.
Halloween stuff.
yeah, that old Halloween stuff. I mean, it's like Christmas stuff. Don't overlook it. People are looking for it, you know? You guys hear me?
Yep.
All right, sorry, I was lagging there for a second. So, yeah, Steve, dude, you won again.
What do you think? I've been binge watching American Pickers for 5 months straight with no sleep. I have no clue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. I know somebody, Lance came in here. So, hey, well, Lance, what's up? Joanne, how's it going? If either one of you two want to play, you can definitely jump in. Just let me know. Leave it in the chat. You
You're
can,
wasting on my tape.
you can do through chat, or you can open up your camera or your mic. And if you want to join the game, that's fine. If not, that's totally cool. But I appreciate you guys jumping in here a little later. But, yeah, I mean, that freaking Halloween thing. I mean.
Plastics doesn't mean a thing?
Do what?
Clinton Plastics doesn't mean a thing?
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
We got to figure it out. I'll figure it out.
To me, it looks like, you know, definitely a vintage.
Right. Maybe they were like special effects guys in California or somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Got to be something like that.
Yeah, I didn't go into too much research about that particular one.
Right.
I was curious to see if anybody knew anything about it when we did this, but, you know, after the show here, for sure, I'm going to look at it. But the only research I did is on the seller and if they actually sold it, if they maybe got it back as a return, you know what I mean? But it looks like they sold it. So $610. I'll be grabbing all those little plastic ones come Halloween.
It's Clinton on it. I'm in, man.
Yeah, right? But, yeah, I mean, you know, if you think about it, though, I don't know. Steve, when you were younger, when you went trick-or-treating, what did you use to hold the candy? A paper bag?
Well, I can remember that part. You know, back then, it was all the grocery stores had those big brown paper bags. And I think they rigged those up somehow with little handles on them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what it was. Because you see these little kids, and the bag was as big as a little kid, and they were traipsing around with, like 4 pounds of candy and dragging it on the sidewalk and shit. I think that's our big thing was throwing eggs at houses, guys we didn't like.
Poop on the step.
Oh yeah, I went to Catholic school, and that principal found out about that, so we didn't do that anymore.
Yeah, Lance says pillowcases. I mean, I remember as a kid going with some pillowcases from time to time.
I got this guy friend of ours used to take a shortcut through a man's yard, and the man got just totally outraged at him and everything. So the kid, when it was raining one night, took a golf ball and threw it through his living room window.
Oh boy!
Not on Halloween. And every year, and that's when he was about 12, 13 years old, every year until I lost contact with him, at least for 15 years, once a year, he'd break that old man's window just for yelling at him shit. But
no kid.
Yeah, it was great.
The old man ever catch him?
No, but he actually put it, he installed something that would make it tougher to break.
Yeah.
Totally.
Crazy kids in Halloween, man. Yeah, I did some crazy things during Halloween when I was younger. That's how it is. But yeah, Halloween, I mean, off topic a little bit, but Halloween it's a lot different now than it was when I was a kid. I mean, I remember being out till 11:30 at night, never had parents with me, it seemed like. I mean, obviously when I was younger, I had my mom with me, but nowadays, I mean, it's Halloween's like 2 hours. That's it.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Right
During the day.
It's just a couple hours. Boom. Done. Nuts.
I mean, I was tearing it up all night.
I got lucky. I grew up I was in Harriet neighborhood. All the doors were open all the time. Your mom was working late. You just went over to your buddy's house. And
yeah.
That mother cooked you dinner. Everybody trusted everybody. Everybody beat anybody's kid that was screwing up. They were allowed to give them a spanking, that kind of crap. It was,
how things have changed. That's for sure.
That was good or bad, but that's.
All right, let's move into the next item here. This one's an interesting one, and I think this is something that maybe if it's not the same exact model number, this is something I think realistically we can all find at some point as a reseller. This one sold, buy it now. It's a Pioneer SX 1980 stereo receiver, serviced and gorgeous, sold on January 27th, $125 shipping out of Orland Park, Illinois. Let's go down the line here. Dana, what do you think this sold for?
$350.
$350. I mean, this is just got screaming vintage all over it. The nice chrome, the nice. I mean, I could just feel like the volume knob. That smooth action on it. I mean, hell, this thing's pretty nice. Steve, what do you think?
1,300.
1,300. All right, let's go back here. Becky, can somebody look in the chat for the people in the chat? Let me know when they come up with their numbers. Let's see. Let me go back here. I'm going to stop the share for a second here. All right, let me go back up here.
Becky said $850.
$850. Peter.
$950.
$950. Javier.
Let's go with 5,000.
5,000 large, huh?
Yeah.
Andrew.
Oh.
Andrew says $775. James.
$625.
$625. Share.
$149.
$149. And Jim. Jim's from Illinois. $675, he says. Orland Park's not that far from Jim. Go back here and screen share. See what this guy sold for. think you guys are going to be a little shocked in this one. Yowzas.
What? Wow.
$5,995 plus $125 standard shipping, not expedited, standard shipping.
Gee whiz.
I got a question.
Well, you won, Javier. What's your question? Yeah.
Okay. What are these used for? Because shit, I use my iPhone with some computer speakers, and that's it. Like, what is this stereo receiver for?
Audiophiles, dude. They're hardcore. I mean, the people that have money and they want that sound, they want, like I said earlier, those knobs. I mean, everything about this somebody wants, you know? I mean, now we live in a world where it's all digital music, you know? iPads, iPhones, all these devices, you know?
Yeah, because that's what I use.
Back then, you had
Javier.
Yeah.
When you're, like, for instance, Mike's right on, like, audiophile people are crazy about the stuff. Crazy. Dude, that price is amazing, completely amazing. And Mike, you're right. The knobs on this, everything about that thing just screams quality. But $5,000 worth of quality, man, that's a real audiophile. When you go, Javier, when you hit the Santa Ana like outlet for Goodwill, and you go into the electronics part, that's the type of stuff that you want to look for. That type of stuff.
I just skipped through that. I have no idea what
even for parts.
I don't even touch that section.
Yeah, the parts on that, like the knob and all that stuff, those knobs are probably $25, $30 a piece at the minimum.
Yeah. Great point, Peter, because that's so true. If you find these units, even if you test them and there's something wrong with them, believe it or not, just the knobs, even the face plates off the front, you can get some good money for them.
And the wood paneling too. Like if it's a real wood as opposed to the plastic fake wood, it's a real wood that goes for good coin for sure.
Yeah, you're spot on, dude. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, people are I mean, it's like Sansui stuff, and people are on the lookout for these high-end stereos. And I always look at them no matter what the brand is and take a look at it. Maybe spend a little time in the store, just look on the eBay app, type in the model number. Because honestly, like that brand right there, I mean, obviously I know it's Pioneer, but that model number, right? I mean, me personally, I would just grab it and throw it in my cart, right? But if it said, $99 on a Goodwill, I'm going to obviously look it up on my phone. And if I couldn't find one similar to that, I'd have to make an educated decision, say, there's not one listed, I can't find any data on it. And when you see that, buy it. Even at $100, I think it's a steal.
Yeah.
I ran into a couple Macintosh amplifiers in an old house I bought, and I looked. This is before I ever did anything like this, and I looked at those and I go, man, those are two of the biggest pieces of junk. I had a customer and I was telling him the story, and the guy offered me $500 a piece, sight unseen, for these old amplifiers. And I'm like, man, there's something to this stuff.
Yep.
And Macintosh is the top of the hill.
Yeah, there's great money in it. When I was back home in Illinois, there was a guy I met at the local flea market. He was an audiophile guy, but he was a reseller. And he told me, it's like, hey, you find these brands, I'll pay you top dollar for them. So I used to just sell mine to him directly. It was just quick flips. But I know he was selling some units for $500,000, $600,000. No doubt about it.
We have $600,000. The same for the old reel-to-reels too.
Yeah, those go for really good money too, and especially the movies. If you can find the original movies, oh my goodness.
I'm talking about for the audio reel-to-reels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have an Akai sitting here right now that I've got to test so I can list it.
What are they going for?
Well, this one I looked at, it's like anywhere between $300 and $600, and I only paid $10 for it. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've got a bunch of the tapes and everything still in the box that came with it.
Do they have music? Do they have music on the tapes, or do you know if they're blank?
Two of them do, and the other are blank because it records too.
Sometimes some of those old recordings on those reel-to-reels can be worth some good money, depending on who's recorded on them.
Yeah.
So you know, I mean, if it's somebody really like an old concert or something really rare, it might be worth some actual money. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think anytime you see stuff like that, you just got to turn your head and take a really good hard look at the stuff, you know, and say, hey, you know, especially if it's a couple bucks. I mean, if it's under $10, you know, I think at that point, I mean, you don't really do need to do that much research on it. Just put it in your cart, buy it, and then figure it out when you get home. Because, you know, and, you know, as we get older and the years go by, this stuff's just disappearing. I mean, they're in landfills, you know. I mean, people are throwing them out. I mean, I found old stereos, no joke. Like in Illinois, they have, you know, spring cleanup where like the towns get together and everybody literally just throws their garbage on the street corner, right? And Cam, remember I used to go to those? I don't think we slept for days.
Oh God!
Every night we'd go. I didn't, you know, I'd go in the morning because people were throwing them out like first thing in the morning when they got off work at 3 or 4, and then at like 10 o'clock. I pulled out so many treasures doing that. I mean, just even mid-century modern furniture back in Illinois. I remember bringing like 4 or 5 dressers home a night. Crazy. Yeah, Andrew says he remembers those, man. He got a TV one time. Yeah, I mean, you never know what people are going to throw out. I still have them. Original 60s G.I. Joes. Remember that whole crate?
Yep.
The owner of the house came out and he goes, oh, you like that stuff? I go, yeah. He goes, I'll be right back. He goes in his basement. He pulls out an original Bobby Hall, what was that? It was a hockey game. I can't think of the name of it. The push hockey. The little players, little sticks, you know. Can't think of the name of it right now. But I had it for a long time. I knew it was pretty rare. I couldn't find anything out about it. I threw it on eBay for $6,000. I had like 50 watchers, but I threw it so high just to see what people were going to do. Anyway, I ended up selling it for $1,300 to some guy locally. I got it for free. So you just never know. You never know.
When men's trash is another's treasure.
That's right.
Money that's even happier.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We got another one, guys. Got a couple more to go here. This is something that I think everybody should really, really, truly be looking at, whether it's at a thrift store or a garage sale, and that is these Littlest Pet Shops. I can't stress this enough. You know, really quick before we get into this one, you know, I've made some comments out there about Littlest Pet Shops and why they definitely sell awesome in lots, but if you can identify certain ones, you might be sitting on some bank. I mean,
it's a lot of work, though. It's a lot of work identifying them.
It totally is. There's some.
I got a lot one time, and then I started like, oh, this would be pretty easy. Then I realized the color of the eyes, the little dots inside the eyes.
Yeah.
So many different things can like make it worth a whole bunch of money. It's crazy. But
yeah, Kim, you're sitting right next to me. Every time I get them, I say, Kim, can you help me with this? And I give her the websites to go to. There's a couple websites, but they're not even accurate.
No, they're not always accurate. I have found. That's.
Yeah,
I hate. Yes, they're good money, but God, I hate when you buy them.
Can't beat them. But yeah, one of these days I would like to put together, or somebody, maybe as a group, we could put together a database that we can all really fast look these up. But all right, anyway, let's get into this here. This is Littlest Pet Shop, LPS, which is short for Littlest Pet Shop, obviously. Chihuahua, number 219, puppy dog brown with blue eyes. It's sold on February 14th, obviously here used. 3 bids on auction. Shipping was $3.50 out of Dayton, Ohio. Let's go to you, Dana. What did this sell for on auction?
$12.
$12. Steve?
61.
61?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's an oddball.
Becky?
She says 25.
$25. Peter?
Oh, 65. Anybody say 65?
We have 61.
65.
65. Javier?
30.
$30. Andrew? Andrew's got 20. James?
40.
40. Cher? If you're there, Sheriff, we're on the Littlest Pet Shops.
Andrew says 20.
It's a 36.
36 and Jim. Pet Shop, puppy dog, 119. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, these Littlest Pet Shops, it just depends on what it is.
Get the hell out of
Yeah,
town.
don't say anything yet, Kim, because I haven't shared it yet. I mean, I can't make this stuff up, guys. I just can't.
What the hell?
No way.
$910, 3 bids, and $3.50 shipping.
They started at 100.
I can tell you who is buying these up. All right.
Yes, please.
A lot of it I've sold to are Japanese people in Japan.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's all different types of collectors, but this is crazy. Just one little puppy dog.
Holy crap!
Dude, I'm about to sell my little sister's littlest pet shop.
I am telling you guys. I know Lance talked about it earlier about it's a pain in the butt to sort through these and try to figure them out. But I'm telling you.
This is why you do it.
Exactly. This is exactly why you do it and spend a little bit of time. Well, it could be a lot of time, you know. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Kim, I'm looking at a box. I've probably got 400 or 500 in a box, guys. And I'm just dreading it because I know it's just going to be a time suck. But, you know, $910, that's just outrageous. So Jim got that. He was the closest, $119. Congrats, Jim. I mean, isn't this just? What do you guys think about this? I mean, these little.
Wow.
Mike, where did you find yours? Where do you find it?
All right, so I'm really okay. I'll just be honest with you guys. This is starting to become one of my new little niches, right? So I'm sniping a lot of these, and I'll buy the lots. I've bought them off other resellers for sure. You know, they'll lot them up. They'll just figure, okay, there's 40 little LPSs there. I might spot a couple that I know go for $50, $60, and I'll just pay the price. You know, but obviously,
what year were they made?
They're recent. I mean, I think
90s, I think.
Well, I think the furthest is late 90s, maybe early 2000s. They're not that. I wouldn't even consider them vintage.
Yeah, I mean, they're really not that old.
I think the earliest are the early 2000s.
I remember my sisters playing with them. My youngest sister was born in 1989. So
Also,
so you're talking early 90s.
Okay.
I think
when I was doing research on these things, I found out there's a lot of imitations and counterfeits too, as well.
Wow.
In the littlest pet shops, people need to watch out for. It's
Yeah.
kind of. You'd never think that they would counterfeit something so rinky-dink as the littlest pet shop, but there's tons of them out there. I bought a whole bunch of lots, and I realized sometimes half of them aren't even real littlest pet shops, and it's got to throw them by the wayside.
How did you identify that, knowing that it wasn't real?
I would take a whole day of research, and I would go through each of those pet shops and go through all the markings, and you after a while you'd look at the feet, when the holes are in the feet. Some of them, like the fake ones, won't be the same size as the littlest pet shops. They won't fit in the cars and everything the exact same way. And there's a little Chinese writing on some of the tails that are from some fake Chinese company that has it. And also, I found a lot of McDonald's ones too, and people like them.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, great point.
You gotta watch out for those too.
I have found that too. Yes, that there are fakes out there, and it's really just kind of like Barbie. You know how there's Barbie, and then there's the dollar store Barbie that doesn't quite look like Barbie, but sort of, and that's kind of what it is with the littlest pet shops too.
Well, it's like that with any really major mass-produced toy right now. If you think about it, I can go on eBay right now, and I guarantee that I can find somebody out of China selling the latest LPSs for $4 shipped.
I'm sure.
You know, same with action figures. You start looking at the action figures, no matter what it is, Batman, Spider-Man. There's somebody in China selling the knockoffs, and those are actually different like Lance said, when you compare the two, they might look identical, but the markings is what's off.
It's the little markings.
The McDonald's things are a whole nother ball game too, because I know I picked up a bunch in October, and I just shipped off a 59-pound box full of McDonald's toys, and they went to South Korea. So.
Wow.
Because there are people who exclusively collect just those McDonald's toys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was some amazing vintage stuff in there too, from like 80s and 90s.
What did you get for it, Cher?
$3.99 shipped.
Wow.
And I had to pay $40-some for shipping. So, not bad.
Not bad at all.
I was gonna, divvy them out, and I said, "Oh hell no, that's just too much work."
Yeah.
Bike shop next door, I got a box, and we stuffed it full, and it was 59 pounds, and that was that. Took a bunch of pictures, and sat for a long time, but it sold.
That's great.
Should be almost there. South Korea, I was like, what?
I think that's why you offer international shipping, because you never know. Never know who's out there looking for it. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, honestly, McDonald's is the #1 toy seller in the world.
Yeah, and the Happy Meals.
Yeah.
But who would have thought all those years that you were buying a Happy Meal that those toys would have been worth something?
Not all of them are worth. I mean, but as a whole, maybe some.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have ever thought that any of the toys that came in a Happy Meal would have?
Nope.
I mean, no, it's crazy. The guy said, "Oh, my wife's been collecting them for 20 years," and he goes, "This is the last bag," and I threw the rest out. I said, "What?" So, you just never know.
I remember when I went to China the first time, and I was in Shanghai.
There's one more thing on here, otherwise I'm gonna get off.
I had to walk into a McDonald's in Shanghai just to see what was going on there, and you would think it was like royalty over there, because it wasn't cheap. I mean, it was expensive.
It's a date night.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
a
date night. They were
fancy
serving
date
beer there. It was pretty wild to experience that. So, okay, it's the bonus round. What did this item sell for? It is a James Earl Jones Reads the Bible King James Version. The question is, did he read the Bible in Darth Vader's voice? Not sure. You'd have to buy the CD to find out. But here, I did sell this. This was used FBA. At the current time, there were no FBA sellers. The lowest price merchant fulfilled was $51.99. The sales rank was 2.7 million. What did I sell it for? Leave a comment down below, and we'll enter you in next week for the leaderboard to the person who comes up with the closest price, dollar amount wise. And that sums up episode number 3 of What Is It Worth? Let's do a quick little overview of the leaderboard currently. We have Za at 4. We have James and Peter at 3. Joseph, Javier, and Steve at 2. And we have Gina, Becky, Kendall, Jay, Ash, Elizabeth, Charlie, and Jim all at 1. Appreciate all of you guys that participated live. Also for all of you guys on YouTube that have checked out the replays. Remember, the show comes on Fridays at the Resellers Roundtable Facebook group. If you're not a member over there, just go to Facebook. There's no fee. It's a complete free Facebook group. Go over there, check out the information there, and if you want to participate in the live show, it's again at Fridays right between 7 and 8 o'clock p.m. Arizona time. So thanks guys for watching. Till next time, we are out of here. Peace.